Hi everyone, Patrick here. So apparently it has been 2 weeks since I posted any video on my YouTube channel. I think that breaks the record for the longest time. I haven't posted a single video on my YouTube channel, but I think the break is definitely needed because any days now, it's either this week or next week, my son will be born, and of course that will take priority over everything else. So yeah, that's basically why I've been a bit absent from my YouTube channel lately, and pretty much everything I've been behind on book reviews and also on social media and yeah, everything really. And I think many of you who are a parent will understand why. And well, I will do my best to juggle every single thing in my life because I love books, I love reading, and of course, I love socializing about books with you as well. And I will always thank all of you for supporting my YouTube channel to this day. And I will keep this momentum as best as I can. But anyway, before that day comes, even though it should be any day now, well, this is SFF Spotlight episode number 96. So we are only about 4 episodes left before we reach episode number 100 on the YouTube channel. So yeah, that's actually pretty insane. I did not expect SFF Spotlight would ever go to number 100, but we are very close now and it will happen within this year. And for today's video, we have about 10 topics to cover. I think 10 or 11 topics to cover. But if you are new here, this is a series of videos where I usually talk about new book news, new cover reveal, new special edition, and also new Kickstarter campaign in the adult science fiction and fantasy genre. So yeah, let's get started immediately. For the first one, this is about a new book by Brandon Sanderson written together with Peter Orullian. The title of this book is Song of the Dead. It is the first book in the Strata Wars trilogy and it will be published by Saga Press in the year 2026. So for this one, I think Brandon Sanderson has actually mentioned about this on his blog posts and also on his videos plenty of times already. But I must say, I cannot keep up with Brandon Sanderson. He just keeps releasing books on such a rapid pace. I haven't even read Wind and Truth. I haven't read Isle of the Ember Dark yet, even though I have those 2 books for quite a while now. But at the rate this is going, I think Brandon Sanderson's books will be published by every single publisher in the Western market, in the Big 5. Because this one is being published by Saga Press. I think this is actually the first time Brandon Sanderson's book is going to be published by Saga Press. And yeah, it's in the year 2026. And I think the book is kind of like a mix of isekai or a portal fantasy because the premise is this. The series will follow Jack Solomon, a struggling musician who, after his death, wakes up in a new reality where music and light are considered magic and past eras played out underneath the streets of London. That's really the general idea and premise of this series, and I look forward to it. I haven't read anything by Peter Orullian yet, so if you have read anything by him, do let me know what you think about his books and what do you think about this new collaboration by Brandon Sanderson and also Peter Orullian. But moving on to the next topic, this is about Platform Decay by Martha Wells. So this is the 8th title in the Murderbot Diary series, and the cover art is of course done by the absolutely incredible Jaime Jones. And this book will be out in 2026 as well. So for Platform Decay, I think it kind of depends on how the book will go from here. Because I have really enjoyed my time reading the first 5 titles in the Murderbot Diary series, but I have mixed feelings regarding Fugitive Telemetry and also System Collapse. From my personal experience, I think it is really high time that this Platform Decay will start putting the direction of the storyline toward a more high-stake territory, because I got that in Network Effect. I did not get that at all in Fugitive Telemetry and also System Collapse. And I hope Platform Decay, I don't know how many books will be in the Murderbot Diaries. I think right now it is slated to be 10 books long, but I don't think that's final yet, because at the success that this series is getting, I don't think Tor.com will let the Murderbot Diaries go anytime soon. Well, understandably, because this is very successful and every title in the series, they are all very well loved by the fans of the series. I think I'm on the unpopular opinion side when it comes to the matter of opinion to Fugitive Telemetry and also System Collapse. But as far as cover art goes, I think Almost all the cover art done by Jaime Jones are all amazing in the Murderbot Diaries, but Platform Decay is easily one of my favorites in the series by Jaime Jones. It's amazing, and I look forward to reading Platform Decay in the year 2026. One thing I do know about the Murderbot Diaries though, because I have watched the TV show adaptation, I think every title in the Murderbot Diaries, every title, all of them will be so amazingly adapted, because all systems read, the first title in the Murderbot Diaries, I did not remember the book being that incredible compared to the TV show. The TV show just contained everything from emotion, music, tone, and performance. Everything was just so good, and I honestly cannot wait to watch the second season and beyond for the series. And I think even though I dislike or have mixed feelings regarding Fugitive Telemetry and System Collapse, I think both of them will work absolutely well being adapted into a TV show format. And I look forward to that day, even though, well, it will be years before that happens. But speaking of sci-fi, moving on to the next topic, I think this is an exciting one. I know it is for me because this is about the Red Rising saga by Pirsman. Pirsman has mentioned a few times now that after Red Guard is out, although that will conclude Darrow of Lyca's story, that doesn't mean it is the final book in the entire Red Rising saga series. And this book, the Book of Lorn, this is just one example of that. This is a story that will take place before the event of Golden Sun, but after the event of Red Rising. So this is kind of like a bridge title, and it is a novella. There will be a graphic novel adaptation of the Book of Lorn as well. And Lorn, well, if you have read Red Rising Saga, you know who he is, and I think many of you will be excited about this news as well. I know I am super excited about it because I do think when I first read The Golden Sun, I was thinking, I wanted to know what happened, the details of what happened between Red Rising and also Golden Sun. But Red Rising Saga is just one of my top favorite series of all time. It is one of the best sci-fi series of all time for me, and any title in that series, I will want to read it. And yeah, but moving on to the fantasy portion, this is for the Season of the Serpent by Suyi, Davies, Okungbowa. And this is the third book in the trilogy. And the cover art, of course, it is done by the legendary artist Santos. I think all three cover art in the series have been absolutely amazing, and this one is probably the best one of them all. It's either the first one, Son of the Storms, or this one. I haven't read anything by Suyi, Davies, or Okungbowa yet, so if you have read this, I believe this is an African-inspired epic fantasy trilogy. Well, let me know what you think about it, whether Son of the Storms is a good start to the series or not, and whether the second book managed to live up to the quality or exceed the quality of the first book. And before we start talking about Kickstarter campaign and special editions, the last topic that I want to mention is about a new book announcement by Gareth, Hanrahan, and also Orbit Books. And the title of this book is The Dungeon Book. And the book itself is a standalone fantasy. I have read a lot of books by Gareth Hanrahan, especially in the Black Iron Legacy series. I love that series. And this one is a standalone title, and I'm kind of curious to find out how this one will go. But personally speaking, I have faith in Gareth Hanrahan, because The God of Prayer would actually work absolutely amazing as a one-off standalone novel as well. So I think he will do a great job in this dungeon book. But what the book is, it has been pitched as the Jungle Book with Dungeons and Dragons with a touch of Pan's Labyrinth. So yeah, that sounds incredible to me. I think based on my experience from reading the Black Iron Legacy, Gareth Hanrahan always has that talent and skill to weave fantasy, horror, and also sometimes science fiction into his series. And I look forward to finding out how this one will go. So yeah, that's pretty much covers all the topic about a new book announcement and also cover reveals. Now let's talk about special editions. And for the first one, I want to highlight Curious King edition. This is for the Obelisk Gate by N.K. Jemisin. So this is the second book in the Broken Earth trilogy, the sequel to the fifth season. And of course, just like the first book, the fifth season, this will features cover art and also interior illustrations by John Anthony Di Giovanni. I actually have the first copy here, and I want to show it to you. If you haven't seen anything by Curious King, well, let me just say that when it comes to the production quality, I don't think anything in the science fiction and fantasy genre will match what Curious King has done right now. The dust jacket quality is very thick and high polished, and then every interior illustration and also the cover art, they are done with great intention, and I love everything about Curious King production. And well, this second book, Obelisk Gate, features again, as I said, a new cover art by John Anthony Di Giovanni. And although Obelisk Gate is, in my opinion, the weakest of the trilogy, I have no doubt that the interior illustrations, all the illustrations by John Anthony, will be amazing. Like this one, this is just one of many things, one of many illustrations that John has done in this book. Let me show you one of them here. This is another one, and yeah, it is gorgeous. It's beautiful. I mean, just the quality of holding this alone. If you have owned a Curious King book, you will know what I am talking about. But Obelisk Gate, the sequel to the 5th season, well, the pre-order will be for the general sale will take place on the 30th of September. So that's tomorrow, yeah, because I'm posting this video on the 29th of September, so that this pre-order will happen for the general sale on the last day of September. So if you want to own a copy of it, I think there will be some copies left for general sale. Well, this is your chance, and this is a letterpress printing with Smithsonian binding. I think 10 new illustrations, and also all around very much top-notch quality. It is not a cheap book though, I must warn you of that. It is an expensive book for plenty of good reasons. But moving on to the next topic, for the next 3 books I want to spotlight, these are all from the Broken Binding. For the first one, this is for the Indie Endless Edition of Unbound by Michael R. Miller. So this is the second book in the Songs of Chaos series, and unlike the first book, this cover art features a new cover art. Well, not new, but the cover art of Unbound is being illustrated by one of Broken Binding's, well, staple artists, because this is done by Randy Vargas. And yeah, this is the second book. I have read the series up to Unbound actually. I do think that Ascendant is superior compared to Unbound, but it is still a good book. But yeah, this is the Indie Endless Edition. So this will come with the new interior illustrations, new spray edges, new board design, and also, well, Smithsonian binding, and also acid-free paper, just like Ascendant by Michael Miller, the Indie Endless Edition. And after that, speaking of sequel, we have the Broken Binding Edition, well, the sequel to the Silverblood Promise. So this is for the Black Fire Blade with the cover art, board art, and also end paper artwork, all of them done by Jeff Brown. Yeah, one of, again, just like Randy Vargas, one of Broken Binding's staple artists. And I got to work on this one together with James Logan on the illustrations, and I think they turned out absolutely amazing. We went with the purple design, and we went with atmospheric and also cityscape artwork for the end papers. And yeah, I think this turns out really good, and this will be signed and numbered. I know that Silverblood Promise is one of the most important titles for Jeff Brown. I think it's Memory, Sorrow, and Dawn, 3 Body Problems trilogy, and also the Silverblood Promise, because these series are the ones that launched Jeff's popularity and fame to another level. But I do think that it is well deserved. He's one of the best person that I got to work with, and I cannot wait to own a copy of the Black Fire Blade. And yeah, if you want to own a copy of this one, make sure to check out the link in the description down below if it's not too late. And finally, after this, we will talk about 2 Kickstarter campaign. This is about the new fantasy subscription from the Broken Binding for the month of November and December. So this is for The Band by Nicholas Eames, and yeah, this is one of my top favorite series of all time. And I got to work with Julien Delval on the cover art, and then with Jarel Threat on the board art. So these two, they are traditionally painted. And the cover art is acrylic, I believe it is acrylic painting, and then the board art, it is oil painting by Jarel Threat, and the cover art is again done by Julien Delval. He's such an amazing artist. Both of them are amazing artists. I had such a great time working with them. They are very receptive to feedback, and they're like magicians. They know what I wanted from the artwork. And yeah, Nicolas Eames are also involved. Nicolas Eames is also involved in the production of the artwork. I made sure that nothing will proceed without his approval and his satisfaction. And I'm really happy with how everything turns out. The end paper artwork, it is done by Kamarudin, and then the black and white interior art, all of them are done by Keele. And yeah, I think I'm very happy with how this one turns out. The typography is done by Jeff Brown, but we want to spotlight more of the Dungeons and Dragons and epic fantasy portion of the band series, because all the other editions of the band has featured the rock and roll stuff, which I totally get. But for this edition, we want to feature the epic fantasy and the Dungeons and Dragons aspect of the band series. But this series, it is just so fun, it is amazing, and I have such a soft spot for this series. And I hope many of you will get it. I think the illustrations and everything will look even better in person. And Kamarudin, we went with Yoshitaka Amano. If you know who that is, I believe you are a Final Fantasy fan, just like me and Nicolas Eames. For the end paper of the band, we also featured the saga in their young and prime form. And then for Bloody Rose, I wanted to go with splash, with an art splash, just like League of Legends for the front end paper. And then we went with another Final Fantasy style, featuring all the main characters in the final battle of Bloody Rose in the back and paper. And I think everything turns out really well. I can only say thank you so much to the artist and also Nicolas Eames for working with me together on producing the band. Yeah, special edition of the band, which actually has been, I believe, promised since last August or last July. It has been a long time. But yeah, I know some of you actually think that I decide what books get published by the broken binding, which is quite a surprise. I have seen these comments. I have seen people saying this to me. That is not the case. Ultimately, I can suggest books. To get published, but ultimately, the broken binding, the boss, will decide which books get published, which books get a special edition. I can only suggest books, and that's all I can do. But yeah, that's it for the topic of special editions. For the last two topics that I want to spot today, this is about a Kickstarter campaign. And for the first one, this is just a reminder that on the 6th of October, so the date has changed, Elder Epoch by Zamil Akhtar, this is the third book in the Gunmetal God series, the Kickstarter campaign will launch on that day. It is no longer on the... I think it was originally slated to be on the last day of September, but then now it has been pushed back to the 6th of October. And yeah, I just got my copy of Conqueror's Blood, the second book in the Gunmetal Gods, and just like the first book, as far as art direction and every design goes, Zamil Akhtar really went all out. It is easily one of the most beautiful and well-produced sub-published fantasy special edition out there. It actually topped many traditionally published special edition, in my opinion. And finally, for the last topic in today's video and also the last Kickstarter campaign I want to spot that, this is about the limited edition hardcover of the second and the third book in the Dungeon Crawler Car series by Matt Dinniman. The Kickstarter page is out now. I think more than 5,000 people are waiting for the Kickstarter campaign to go live, but this one will launch on October as well. So just like Gunmetal Gods by Zamil Akhtar. And if you missed out on the first book, the Dungeon Crawler Car by Matt Dinniman, the Kickstarter campaign edition, I think it is still possible to actually get that copy from this next Kickstarter campaign. Due to all the circumstance, I will not go into full details about this, but due to the entire circumstance with Dungeon Crawler Car being picked up by Ace Books, well, there are changes to how the Kickstarter campaign will proceed. But I think everything, the solution and everything is going well, and I look forward to getting myself a copy of the second and third book in the Dungeon Crawler Car series. And I know many of you are asking me to read and review the book, and trust me, that's something that I really want to do as soon as possible. But that there are so many books that I want to read ASAP. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today's video. That's all the topics that I wanted to spotlight in today's SFF Spotlight video. And again, I can only repeat what I said in the beginning of this video. I can only say thank you so much to all of you who are patient and also supportive of my YouTube channel as I traverse through this new stage of life. I've been reviewing books for 9 years now. 9 years. I've been reviewing books for 9 years, and I've been doing YouTube for 5 years. So it has been a long time, and it won't be possible without all of you who keep on reading my reviews on Goodreads or Novel Notions, and also tuning in to my YouTube channel, even though most people probably have shifted to book talk now or short form content. But yeah, it is what it is. I will see how it goes next. But anyway, just like usual, do let me know what you think about the topic I spotlighted in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support. Bye bye. Lastly, I want to say thank you so much once again to all my patrons who keep on supporting me.